a vast, intelligent dance, in which you are a participant rather than a stranger. This is the stage called awareness. At this stage, you notice abundance, where you once saw only lack. Opportunities seem to present themselves not as rare prizes, but as natural expressions of life unfolding. You also begin to look at people differently. Instead of reducing them to their mistakes, you recognize the hurt that lies behind their behavior. A person who lashes out is not evil at their core. They are wounded, protecting themselves in the only way they know. This shift is not naive optimism, it is clarity. But when you separate who people truly are from the masks they wear, compassion arises naturally. And in that same light, you begin to see your own nature more honestly. You recognize the ways you have betrayed yourself. But you also discover the strength and goodness that were always there. This stage is deeply inspiring because it reveals that both you and the world are far more whole than you ever imagined. When awareness deepens, something irreversible occurs. You begin to change. Not because you force yourself to, but because the old ways of being no longer make sense. You can't unknow what you now see, and you can't return to the smaller self you once believed yourself to be. This is the stage of transformation. It feels like shedding a skin. Perhaps you notice that arguments which once consumed you no longer hold the same charge. You may catch yourself in the middle of a reaction, defending, proving, blaming, and suddenly see it for what it is. Instead of being swept away, you step back, breathe, and choose differently. Where you once felt the need to control every outcome, you now sense the freedom of allowing life to unfold. True transformation does not happen when life is comfortable. It begins when you face the parts of yourself you've spent years avoiding. The disappointments, the betrayals, the nights you cried alone, the shame you buried, the mistakes you swore you'd never forgive yourself for. These are the raw materials of awakening. It can show up in simple ways. A conversation with a parent that would have triggered guilt now becomes an opportunity to listen without taking